Yes.
Hello, everyone. It's a wonderful Saturday afternoon here in the neighborhood. I am Robin Kearney Fraser. I'm the president of Guilds of Requiem, and we have with us today Mikey Gravely. She is our secretary, VP of Gilded Projects, Requiem's Events of Texas. And I think that's all you have right now. Everything else is me.
Resources, right?
Yes, Resources Guildmaster. If you're ever looking at getting more involved, we certainly have plenty of ways in which you can do that.
Event.
Just a second here. Let me. Do I have share screen already on, Mikey?
I do not see it.
Okay, let's get that going then. There we go. Yay! Eventually, one of these meetings we won't have any gremlins. So this is our monthly meetings. We do currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meetings. We have Homesteaders and Preppers at 3, which is right now. Coming up at 4 o'clock, we have Space Station Requiem. 5:30 is the executive meeting, which we're probably not going to do today because Mikey and I have already been yapping our traps before the meeting. We have Requiem's events at 6 p.m. and we have general meetings at 7. So you're welcome to join any one and all of these. And there you can see we took off the executive board meeting. This is our Homesteaders and Preppers Guild. We have a pretty informative meeting coming up. Biggest thing is upcoming changes and getting ready for spring. I'm going to do this part and I'm going to let Mikey take over on hers. We have updated websites in the work. What does that mean for us? Our URL is going to change for the Agrarian Guild and for the Homesteaders and Preppers Guild. It will still be found on the Agrarians Guild. I think still working with our webmaster on that. Our email addresses will also change, and that has to do with our domain name changing. We will no longer be .com, we will be .org, and we will announce that when it happens. In the meantime, I'm not going to do any blogs because that just becomes more information that we have to transfer over to the new website. I will still try to put information into our Homesteaders and Preppers Guild Facebook group, just to keep the activity going and interaction happening. What are you doing now, Jasper? Sorry, I have a 5-month-old puppy who's discovering everything in the bedroom right now. Upcoming event, we have February 23rd and March 14th are going to be working days up front. I believe we also have March 1st and March 8th, right, Mikey?
So March 1st is yes, I forgot we had changed some things.
Yeah, we changed that to the 22nd.
Right.
February. So we have
right. So I have
March 1st, March 8th, and then the event is the 15th. If anyone is able to come out on the 14th to do last minute trash pickup, last minute tidying up, help me put up our canopies, get a good feel for the layout of the event area, you're welcome to. If at any time there is a date that you would like to come out and help that we have not listed, please reach out to me. I am R.E. Fraser on Facebook or Rashana Till on Facebook. I am here pretty much all the time. I do have a few dates that are blocked out for doctor's appointments. And the consequential unavailability the following day. So we are looking for at least one more presenter. We have 6 slots at this time. I can go more because I think a lot of people are only doing 30-minute presentations. But if you want to do up to a 60-minute presentation, that is perfectly fine. We will have 2 presentation areas so that we can alternate starting at each one. That allows for if you go long past 60 minutes, that's fine, because the other one can go ahead and start on time at the other one. The only time frame that is completely blocked out is 3 p.m. and that is for our Homesteaders and Preppers meeting. We will be in person on March 15th, and we will also open up our Zoom and Zoom the meeting as well. If someone would like to speak on seed saving, I would greatly appreciate it. So that would give us two more presenters. Booth volunteer opportunities come with a booth space. If 75% or more of a booth is made up of food, it is free vending with the promise to show our donation box some love if you've had a good day. And then Fall Homesteaders and Preppers Bazaar is going to be September 20th. We already have applications open on it, and our focus is going to be on National Preparedness Month. We kind of had that little discussion that everyone's trying to get their homestead and gardens ready for spring. So our spring event, we're going to probably focus more on homesteading with a few overlapping preppers. And then in the fall, we're going to try to make it all preparedness, prepper information, prepper vendors, keep it all towards the preparedness month. We've already reached out to the Sheriff's Department of Bandera County, and we're just waiting to hear back from them. Pipe Creek Volunteer Fire Department is already on board with both events. So we are actually all three events, but we're super excited about that. And we are looking forward to having our first county-wide Homesteaders and Preppers Bazaar. So we're really, really excited about having more of the county businesses and first responders and agencies involved with our events, especially in the fall. Ms. Mikey, this is along for you.
So I thought it would be really good to talk at this meeting, since, next month is our Homesteaders and Preppers Bazaar, to start talking about getting ready for spring, and especially our pollinators, because as everybody knows, a lot of that has decreased, and we need to make sure that we are taking care of our pollinators. Oh, is that me clicking, or is that you?
No, that's me clicking.
Okay, because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't click it.
I'll try to keep an ear up for what you're talking about and when to click.
No worries.
Or just tell me, click it.
Click it real good. Okay. So when should you start working and getting your pollinator garden going? As soon as your soil is workable and you are out of the woods for hard frost. We definitely don't want you trying to actually dig in the ice. So please wait until your soil is workable. Hard frost is gone for the year.
Yeah, we might, just a little note on that, we have some severe cold weather coming up. So February is not the month to start this, at least not the beginning of it. Probably hold off until March, and hopefully our bipolar weather will have calmed down.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that at least right around our bazaar is a really good time frame, because I don't think that we're going to want to do anything this February. It's more than bipolar. I think it's tripolar right now. It's going a little crazy here in Texas. So you definitely want to include a variety of plants that bloom from early spring into late fall. So this would be your perennials, your annuals, getting a variety in there. We definitely want to feature mostly native plants because they are adapted to our local climate, our soil. Our pollinators are adapted to these plants, and we need to be very, very wary and careful of invasive species. And I know that I have a little bit of a list too that I'm going to go over in a little bit, because there are some in this list that I didn't realize were actually invasive species. So it was an eye opener for me. Please be very wary of packets of mixed seeds, as they may not be native to your area. So definitely do your research. Look to see what's in those packets. Hey, research while you're standing there looking at the packets in the store. Make sure they're native to your area. Avoid the modern hybrids. These were flowers that were, hold on, let me.
Okay. I'm just gonna click up to the next. I think we've got 3, right? Oops.
I don't know. I can't.
What
Oh,
the heck
hello.
happened to that? What?
Yep, that's
How
where I
did you
went.
get it?
What? What
How
did I
did you get it?
I didn't. What happened? Okay, that's not me.
That's not me either.
Because that's not, like, I can't click on anything.
Okay, let's see if I may have accidentally clicked on something. There we go.
The technical difficulties. Yeah.
Yeah, I need an anti-gremlin dragon on my desk again.
Aw.
Okay.
Bear with me a moment. Let me, here we go. Okay. So avoid the modern hybrids. These are flowers with double layers, GMO varieties. they have been bred to be beautiful, but they have lost a lot of their needed pollen, nectar, and fragrance in the process. So we definitely want to stay away from the hybrids. Avoid the use of pesticides. We all know why we should avoid pesticides. Not only is it bad for the environment, but these pollinators, bees, they're producing our honey. We do not want pesticides in our honey. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Would you go over your list of pollinators of plants to avoid?
okay, so
Plants we should.
can you tell I don't get to do this a whole lot? I'm still a little nervous when I
We're
present.
working on this.
I know. I really am trying to work on presentation and not using my hands so much because I know I do that too. So list of invasive. Again, these are plants that should not be in your areas, like Texas, especially because that's where we are. Um, giant reed, Japanese honeysuckle, which I didn't realize was invasive, Chinese tallow tree, kudzu, and privet. Didn't know privet was invasive either. I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I thought it was okay for the area.
I have one more to add to that, and that's hollyhocks. They are a very prolific species.
Yeah, definitely. But there are a lot of beautiful and wonderful native plants that work really well in our climate. Black-eyed Susan, which I love, purple cornflower, milkweed, Texas lantana, which I also love, coral honeysuckle, and you definitely want to provide a variety of flowers. So planting the ones, like I mentioned, that are perennial and annual, also with different shapes, colors, things like that, so that they're attractive to all of our pollinators. And of course, pollinators are butterflies, bees. I lost my list. Okay, butterflies and bees. Okay.
Yeah, those are our prolific ones around here. We also have hummingbirds.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what it was. It was the hummingbirds. Okay. Um, and am I gonna, should I talk about creating the habitat and all that right now?
Yeah, go ahead, because I don't think we have a second page slide for that.
And creating your habitat is really important to get everything going. You definitely want to leave some areas of your garden undisturbed to provide shelter for these pollinators. I did read an article too that says you should not be raking and cleaning your leaves up until the end of, I think it was March or May, because a lot of these pollinators live in the ground and we don't want to disturb their habitat. So like piles of leaves, logs, and rocks can serve as nesting sites for bees and other insects. Again, avoid pesticides. They are harmful to our pollinators. Use organic or natural pest control methods and consider introducing beneficial insects that prey on garden pests. I believe nematodes would be one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did my research on nematodes a few years ago and never used them. Definitely need to provide water. I know a lot of Texas, of course, we get droughts, but we definitely need to make sure that there is water for our pollinators, leaving out a shallow dish with some water in it, um, rocks so that they can perch on it. And if you happen to see a pollinator in your water that can't move, please remove it and put it out on a rock or something. They're probably exhausted and they needed to rest and couldn't get out of the water.
That's why the rocks are important
Yeah,
in the water, is it helps keep them from getting stuck in
getting
the water.
stuck. Right. Um, plant in clusters. Group similar plants together in clusters to make it easier for pollinators to find and feed on them. This is also creates a more visually appealing garden design. Include host plants. Host plants are specific plants that certain butterflies and moths lay their eggs on. Planting host plants like milkweed for monarchs and parsley for swallowtails can support the entire life cycle for these pollinators. So those plants can get them going from start to finish, and then they're on their way to pollinate. And I love that because being able to help them thrive, live, and grow is the biggest thing that I myself want to help with. And if you're like me, you live in an area where you can't really plant in the ground, container gardens, put flowers in flower pots, anything that can help these pollinators get what they need to also survive and help us. So yeah.
Have any specific questions? I know we've got a guest in here today. If not, we're going to go ahead and we're going to end the video part of the meeting, and everyone is welcome to just go ahead and chit chat until Space Station Requiem starts at 4 p.m.